Welcome back, guys. I'm Juliette, and today we're doing 50-minute full body restorative yoga practice. If you're new to my channel, guys, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss our daily workouts. Guys, we work so hard through entire week, and today is the day to restore. So I'm gonna guide you through all the modifications, even if you are a beginner, and you team, gotta do your best. So let's begin. Alright guys, so let's begin our restorative practice today on our knees in the child pose. So let's give it a good start. We work so hard entire week. So let's go ahead and just sit on our feet, and you can spread your feet a little bit wider. You can spread your knees a little bit wider. So whichever feels right. And just simply press your forehead on the floor, or you can also put your block underneath your forehead. And let's just take a few breaths before we begin. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose. And let's slowly, guys, just rise just a little bit, just halfway through on the fingertips. Look in between the hands and give it a simple, gentle stretching. Take it back on the floor, relax. Bring the head on the ground if you can reach. And on the next inhalation, let's come on up and find our position in the tabletop. And we will begin, guys, today with a simple cat and cow flow. So just simply start to move up and down. Very good. And just give it a few more soft movements. And then we're gonna move to the hip rocking side to side, and a few more movements. Just a couple more. Fully relax the neck and fully bring the chest up when you go to your cow pose. Let's stop right in the center and bring your hips on the left. Bring your hips on the left, gentle rocking, and then bring those hips on the right. And let's do it a couple more times on each side. Very good. And I have my friend today with me practicing, Julia. You can see her, but she's right here. Julia, say hi. Hi. That's right. So we're practicing. It's always practice is always better with the friends. And let's do just one more on each side. And on the other side. Excellent, guys. Let's go ahead and bring our hands and knees closer to each other. The same cat and cow pose, but we get our hands and knees closer. And let's go ahead and round that spine, relax the neck, and just express back to the cow pose. So it's a little bit more challenging that way, and you work in your wrist a little bit more as well, which we're gonna do a lot today. We're gonna be working on the ankles and the wrist, so those body parts are strong as well. And just a couple more times. Very nice. And let's go ahead, guys, and take our hands back and reverse the wrist stretching. So just simply take it all the way on the opposite side and then switch to the other wrist. Our wrist, like any other body part, needs some work to stay healthy. And let's take it all the way back. Now, guys, go ahead and crawl on the right with your hands. On the right, just kind of a 45-degree to your knee. And we're gonna do a few cat and cows one more time. So it's basically the same movement, but we give a little bit different direction, so a little bit different muscles and joints working here. And just one or two more, depend how fast or slow you're moving. All right, go ahead, guys, and move to the other side now towards the left. And put your hands somewhere 45 degrees and do a few more movements in the cat and cow. Just very gentle, very smooth. Very good, guys. Awesome work. Come back to the center. We're going to reach our right leg up, open it up, and slowly draw the knee, chin, chest, or belly. All the way, slowly draw it, hold it for the breath or two, and extend one more time. Extend it, and do it one more time, guys, to reach. And this time we're going to reach and send this right leg on the right. On the right. And all we're gonna do, we're gonna stay on the left hand and open up. In our gate pose, gentle half spinal twist. Very good. So guys, hold it right here, or go ahead and reach all the way behind your back, even towards the inner side. Maybe yes, maybe not, it doesn't matter. Just do the best what you can. From here, let's undo the hand and slowly dive with your chest on the floor. If it doesn't go all the way down, all you have to do is to put your block underneath the chest, or put some pillows or blankets underneath as well. So let's hold it for the few breaths up here today. After the warm-up, we're gonna hold our asanas for a little bit longer than we normally do. It's very therapeutic in the restorative practice to hold them a little bit longer. And now guys, you can choose to stay right up here, or you can slide your left arm all the way underneath the right. And just continue to hold and enjoy gentle stretching. Just give it a few breaths. Close your eyes or keep them open. And again, just try to feel your legs, your back, body as a unit. And let's take it. Take your time, take it back up. We're gonna do exactly the same flow on the other side. So come back to your tabletop and reach your left leg all the way up. Extend, expand through the heart and take the knee. Chin, chest, or belly. Hold it for the breath or two. Take it back up all the way. And bring the chin, chest, or belly. Very nice. On the next one, extend. And draw it slowly to the left, guys. Land your left foot on the floor where it goes. And go ahead and stay on your right hand. We're going to open up to the little half spinal twist in the gate pose. Expand, expand. Don't over rotate through the shoulder, right? It's a soft rotation through the waistline, and then if you can reach behind, then you can reach all the way up. And again, close your eyes. Enjoy. If you're using the knee pads, then you can use those, or little blankets or towels underneath your knees. Take it all the way back to the front and dive down with your chest. If the chest again doesn't go all the way down, it will. Don't worry about it right now. Just we're doing the best what we can. That's all we can do for the practice. Again, if you worked out with me the whole week, we had a very tough week. We did so many things. So it's time to recover and to restore, guys. It's very important to give that body good flexibility, stretching. It's never enough. Flexible body, healthy body. Let's slowly drive the right hand underneath the left, or you can decide to stay where you've been with both arms up front. If you decide to take that right hand underneath the left, then that's nice. Keep supporting yourself up there with the left, and close your eyes and just a few extra breathing cycles. Just a few long, healthy inhalations and exhalations. Very, very good. Let's slowly start to take it back. Take your time. Don't hurry up. And from here, we're ready to go for our first downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and extend the knees. And before we're gonna hold it for longer, let's just start to bend our knees. Bend your right knee, then bend your left knee. And then relax your neck, and then your right knee again. And then bend your left knee again. Drop the head. And then if your body is ready, if your back is ready, press your heels into the floor. Extend the back, shoulder blades apart, guys. And just give it strong, extended spine. If that doesn't feel right, you would know it right away. Then you have to bend your knees and lift your heels. Very good. We're gonna give it an extra few breathing cycles up here in the downward facing dog. Let's slowly return the knees back on the floor, guys. Knees back on the floor. And from here, we're going to take our right leg up again. Take your left arm up, balancing tabletop. Keep on breathing, guys. Reach all the way through, lengthening through that body. And just maybe even try to close your eyes. If you can handle that balance, that would be great. Very, very good. And slowly draw the arm, left arm outside, and draw the right leg outside. Only if it's there. If it's not, then just don't worry about it. Alright. And let's take it back gently all the way. Here's my friend Pinot Grigio again. This week he's very active participant in our workouts. So let's go ahead and reach it all the way up and take it all the way back. We're gonna do the same from the other side. So let's take our right arm and left leg. Long extended balancing tabletop. Big breath, big reach. Give it a few, don't give up. And then slowly move your right arm on this side and maybe left leg on this side. Maybe it doesn't go all the way through, but that is okay. Strong joints, strong body, strong bones. Let's slowly take it back on the floor. Round the spine. Relax the neck. We will continue, guys, with a little flow. When we sit to the heels, and then we rock back to the front, maybe to the full up dog. Yes, like Juliette does today. She's using the full up dog. But if you're not ready, guys, just stop somewhere halfway in the tabletop. Release the toes with me if you're floating. And let's dive into the flow for a few more times. Try to feel the back. Try to feel the hips. If you're stuck in some point, then that's fine. Don't give up. Don't skip it. Just try to feel what's wrong, what's going on there. Just a breath or two. Very good. Wonderful. And let's stop in that up dog or cobra for some of us. If your back doesn't feel good, all you have to do, you have to take your hands all the way up front, or maybe even to take your elbows on the floor. I'm gonna be staying in the upward facing dog, but again, you don't have to do it. Take the shoulders up, back and down. Just express through the heart, guys. Just express and try to feel good. And again, if you don't use your knees on the floor, which I recommend for restorative practice always, then definitely pay attention to your belly. And let's hold it for a few more times, for a few more breaths. And restore, shift the hips back. We're gonna move one more time to the cobra or up dog, and we're gonna add some legs on the side. Let's go ahead and switch back with me. Very nice. Take your right leg and just set it almost like a half roll, so that knee is on the side following the line of your hip and the ankle following the line of the knee. That is by itself can be very challenging. So if you feel your back is stressing out, all you have to do to lay down up here and just spend some time here. For those who is following me and don't need any modifications, you can tuck your toes on your left leg and even add more movement, which is going to bring more power, more strength, more flexibility to the hip flexor. But again, it's not for everyone. It's pretty challenging movement, especially if you have any back injuries. I wouldn't recommend to do that. So let's do a few of those, and then we all gonna meet at the place where some of you already are. So let's go ahead and take the belly back on the floor. Put your arms up front, guys. Put your forehead and just give it a few nurturing breathing cycles. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose. Don't stress about anything. Life is stressful by itself already. We all, as always, chasing the dreams, meeting the people, acquiring new knowledges, arguing sometimes with someone. But all it does, it stresses us more. So it has to be time when we let everything go. So from here, guys, let's go ahead and move our left arm all the way towards the right. And see if you can bring your left side of your head on the face, on the floor, and just put your right hand wherever you want to put it, just to restore. Just give it an extra few breathing cycles, and then from there we will come back and we will find ourselves on the side. So all you have to do, you have to rock to your side. If that is not very stable position for you, then move your legs slightly to the front, yeah, just like this. And if you can stay on the sideline, we're gonna take our right leg and maybe catch up on the ankle. If you have your strap, you can catch up on the strap, or you can catch up on the calf. Make sure that your body is not shaking, guys, and you can actually breathe. Give it an extra good quality, soft inhalation, exhalation, and then let's release this right foot all the way on the floor. Ideally on the level of your hip flexor. If it doesn't go there, then we're gonna put it wherever it goes. And we're gonna give it a few more breaths. Grab your ankle, release your head on top on the left shoulder. Close your eyes, listen my voice, or keep your eyes open. Think about something positive. So something you achieved today or you're going to achieve. Something would allow you to become a better person, so we all can contribute to other people's lives. And let's go ahead. Take the both hands on the floor, hold your foot where it is, and try to level the shoulders towards the front of your mat, guys. Towards the front of your mat. Keep the left hip on the floor and continue to rotate gently through the waistline. We're gonna give it a few more extra breaths. This is challenging for the knee, for the hips, and for the back, so I don't want you to overdo it, definitely. Let's take our time and make a transfer back towards the knees. Before we do the same thing from the other side, let's shift the hips back and add a little flow through the top of the cat pose, all the way to the front, to the Cobra or up dog. And just do it a couple more times through the top, back to the child pose. And then through the top, back to the Cobra pose. That's it. And let's do one more. And on the next one, we're gonna stop right there, what we already did, right up here, guys. You can stick in your Cobra pose, you can stick in your up dog pose. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and just stay where you are. And I'm gonna swing my feet to the other side so you can see me. So, and from here, we're gonna take right now our left leg, guys, and bring it all the way on the side, just as we did with the other side. So again, knee somewhere in the hip level, and the ankle is behind the knee if it's possible. If you feel like you really need to release and relax, then just put your forearms underneath and stay right there. For those who up for the little challenge with me today, let's go ahead and tuck the toes and start to flow the hips up and down. It can be very tiny range of motion. It doesn't have to be a really strong and big one. And maybe you do a couple movements and then you let yourself rest a little bit. Just a breath or two, guys. Make sure you do your exhalations through those hip flexors, and then all together, let's go ahead and lay back down. Just a few more breaths before we take our arm underneath the left side. Bring your forehead wherever it feels right. Close your eyes again. Think about something positive, nurturing. All the healing, all the changes starts within. We can eat the best foods in the world, go to the fitness, but unless we change within and start to feed our physical body and mind positive thoughts and emotions, it's going to be very hard to break through the challenges. So let's slowly take our right arm underneath the left. Maybe maybe not, right? And let your right ear to go on the floor if it's getting there. If it's not getting there, then just do what you can and set your left hand wherever it can go. You can close your eyes and just let your body be the one. Let your body be alive. Feel what's going on inside. Are you practicing from your heart, or are you trying to prove something to someone? We want to enjoy every single second of the practice because this is a part of our life. Let's slowly return back, and all we have to do is to roll on the right side right now, right? Just like this. So if you stable here, you don't have to move your feet closer, but it's a very easy fix. If you kind of shaky, just move your feet up front, and let's go ahead and lift this top leg. Maybe you're using the strap today, maybe you're using your hand, maybe using towel, maybe getting up on the foot, maybe getting up on the ankle, and just continue to bring that leg closer. At the end, if you need to bend your knee, you can bend your knee. And just guys, give it another good push, another good little stretch. Don't underdo, don't overdo, right? And let's go ahead and press this foot into the floor. Ideally, somewhere close to the hip flexor level, but it's only if your hips are ready for that. You can always bring them farther back. So let's slowly grab the ankle and just try to rest for a few more breaths before we will come up and align the shoulders with the front of the mat. Give it a few extra breathing cycles. In through the nose, out through the nose, and start to come up with me, guys. So keep your foot as is and try to take your both hands to the front. And we doing our best to align the shoulders to the front of the mat. Continue to remain your right hip on the floor. Of course, if it's getting there. Shoulders up, open, that's it. And just look right up front, right up front. Very good, just a breath or two. And then we're gonna move, guys, to our lunges today. Our body is ready and we will finalize the practice on the floor. We do some extensive practice on the ground. So slowly take your time and make yourself to come out, and we're gonna meet back in the downward facing dog. So take your time, press your both hands into the ground, bend your knees for a few times if you have to. If you decide to extend to the full downward facing dog, then extend the knees, lengthening the spine all the way through. Take your time, guys, and take your right leg up and open. Look underneath the right. Take it all the way up and open. Give it a few extra movements. Let's raise the left heel and shift the weight a little bit back. That's it. You will just take the heel back all the way, drop the head. Bring the heel back and bend your left elbow, guys, towards the floor. Continue to extend and expand through the spine. That's it. Let's slowly look forward and draw this right leg all the way through. We're gonna meet, guys, in a low lunge. Not the runner lunge, but the low lunge. Low lunge can be challenging. For that very reason, would be really helpful. We talk about that all the time, to have your blocks so you can support yourself. If you don't need your blocks, then we want to set the heart right above the hips and just let the upper body weight to melt through the hips and just relax. It can be challenging as we hold it. We're not gonna hold it for 3 minutes as we do in the yin practice, but we're gonna hold it about a minute. So if you feeling stressed, put your hands on the floor or use the blocks. And let's just let it go. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose, and then we're gonna go together to the lizard pose. From the lizard pose, we're gonna go to the pigeon pose. From the pigeon pose, we're gonna go and extend through a few side stretches. So let's, guys, take the hands slowly back on the ground. and just hold yourself up here, or your option is take your elbows on the block. If you don't need that option, then your option is take your elbows on the floor, and maybe some of you can take your forehead all the way on the ground. My friend is actually there. She is with her forehead on the floor. That's amazing. All right, so let's just bend a few breaths here. Don't stress. If it feels stressful on your hips, guys, then definitely you have to change and come out the asana. Pain shouldn't be present. Let's slowly rise up the head of the block of the floor and move your right foot towards the side, guys, of your mat, all the way towards the side of your mat. If that is too much, then come on up a little bit higher. If you can handle it, that will continue to push the knee from inside out a little bit more. It's a tiny little push. You're gonna feel it in inner thigh, and you're gonna feel it in the hip flexor. Just very gentle, 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 gentle. So we get ready and prepared for the pigeon pose. Let's slowly come up on the hands. You are staying really wide on your feet and hand right now. So draw the shoulder closer to the knee, just a little bit. If it doesn't go all the way through, totally fine. Just be very mindful, very mindful. That's it. And let's take it all the way. We're gonna draw our right towards the left for the pigeon pose. Basic, guys, pigeon pose, and we will do a few progression today in the pigeon. If you will be ready for that, the farther your foot off the base of the body is, the harder it is. If you have any back injuries, you're gonna keep that knee outside. And if you don't have any injuries, you're gonna roll this under. And again, the block could be very handy here, always handy. And if you don't need to use your block, then we're gonna go on the hands and just dive down and try first to release all the tension from the feet, from the ankles, from the hips, from the forehead, from the facial expression. And don't clench your teeth, relax your ears, skin on top on your head. That's all will contribute to your overall relaxation and more successful asana. When asana is done right, it has to feel light and spacious. Light and spacious, and definitely not painful. We will give it a just extra few breathings, just few extras. In through the nose, out through the nose. And if you decide to stay for a few more breathing cycles in your pigeon pose on the floor, do it, guys, or come up with me. Only for those who has a strong back and has no back injuries, guys. Again, if you have back injuries, I encourage you to support yourself on the block. If you don't have any back injuries, your hips feeling absolutely good today, then go ahead and take those arms all the way up, or you can take them behind your back. But again, if you feel that you have that something is just not right, just wait a little bit, be patient, and your body will tell you when it's time. Let's slowly release for all of us, and gently move your knee back. Guys, we are in a tabletop. Before we will repeat this flow from other side, I want us to rock the hips just a couple times, just as we did in the warm-up. It's going to be very helpful. And just one more. Let's go ahead and reach our right leg up. Extend it, means that put it right over the left, like a Gamukhasana or cow face pose in the tabletop. Let's do a few cat and cow lifts, heart and belly. That's going to relax our back, relax our legs, and then we're going to undo it and move back to the downward facing dog. From the downward facing dog, we're going to move back to our lunge position, and so on. All right, let's stop right here and go ahead and extend your knees and just step to the regular, normal downward facing dog. Take your head down, relax, And when you're ready, take your left leg up, guys. Look underneath the left. Take a few breaths, lift up your right heel, and just kind of feel the connection with the mat. Then release your heel, guys, and press your right elbow closer to the floor. Continue to feel and extend through the body, through the leg, through the sideline, and then slowly draw your left all the way through. If it has to be a couple steps, it has to be a couple steps. So let's pick up the blocks. I encourage you guys to use your tools. If you are a beginner, that's for 100%, right? Front knee somewhere above the front ankle or close. Use your blocks as the main support, because your whole point is you want to be able to relax and give out to the gravity. If you're constantly resisting because it's just painful or highly uncomfortable, then the asana losing the point. You have to be able to relax. So hold your blocks, and if you feel you don't need your blocks anymore and your knee is feeling good, you don't need to pad that knee with something soft as a towel or blanket for the pads, then just we're gonna hold it for a few more breaths up here. In through the nose, out through the nose. I know it can be challenging. If your mind is rushing and telling you come out, come out, come out, come out, take another breath, use your tools, get back to the hold. Let's go ahead and take the hands back to the lizard pose on the floor. Remember, I showed you how to use the block up here, so use your block up there. And if you're ready, let's take our forehead all the way deeper down. It might not happen, it could happen from one side to the other. It can be also different. So it's if you couldn't do it, guys, on that side, it means absolutely nothing. You could be able to do it from this side much better than from that one. And just a few extra breathing cycles. In through the nose, out through the nose. And when you're ready, start rise up. We're gonna move our left foot towards the left side of your mat. If it doesn't go all the way up there, go halfway through. And if it's already by itself too harsh, maybe return back a little bit or come out to your child pose. Or if you follow me, we're gonna take the palm of the left and using the leverage of entire left arm, pulling slightly more, pushing slightly more away. Just extra breathing, and when you push, make sure you do it only on exhalation. And just a few more, because if you hold in your breath, the muscles and joints become instantly tighter, more stiffer, so it's going to be harder to achieve where you're going. So let's just give it a one more. That's very good. And from here, guys, go ahead and draw this right shoulder closer to your left knee. It's almost like our twisted dragon pose. Feet a little bit wider than normal. Relax your back foot. Make sure it all feels right. And make sure you don't block, guys, your neck, right? Your neck is relaxed. And let's slowly take it back. We're ready for magical pigeon pose. The closer your foot to the base, the easier it's going to be. The farther it's harder. If you have knees, back injuries, leave, guys, that knee definitely outside. Be patient. It's going to get there. Please use your blocks underneath the forehead. If you have to use it, it's going to make the asana much more pleasant if you really need to use it. And it will allow you to progress a little bit faster in your practice, because pain invites just more pain and contraction, no relaxation. Body will remember it. It's going to be harder the next practice. The more comfort, doesn't say it shouldn't be challenging, but the more comfort you give to your body, the better, the faster the body will respond and release the tension. So we dive down just for a 5 to 6 soft nurturing breathing cycles. In through the nose, out through the nose. Don't hurry up. Think about something positive, what you again going to achieve today. If you have some plans and how the universe will contribute to your achievements and give you everything you need, all the situations, all the people, all the resources, right? Let's go ahead and come back up. If you decide to stay down for a few more breaths, then just stay down, or see if your spine, your hips today strong enough, and you're gonna take the chest all the way up. Maybe even bind with the hands. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open, guys, but it really, sometimes when we close our eyes, we can see that inner world, start to trust ourselves. And just a couple more breaths. Let's slowly release. Make your way to the tabletop the way you can. Sometimes it can be really tough after the pigeon pose to do it. And let's go ahead and, guys, reach our left leg up. Feel it through the hip flexor, feel it through the hip, and draw the left above the right in our cow face pose or Gamukhasana, just as we did on the other side. Let's go for the few up and down movements in a cat and cow. And you're gonna feel it right away, the release of the tension. And let's extend to the downward facing dog. And then undo those legs to the regular, to the normal one. Let's make our gentle transition to the knees, guys, and to the seated position. You did great with those pigeon poses. Juliette did great as well. She's smiling. It's always much more fun to practice with the friends. And let's reach all the way up, guys, and fold to the forward fold. And then after that, after we spend a few breaths right here, we're gonna go on the floor, give our back and hips an extra care. And for your forward fold, also, guys, you can use in your restorative practice or the regular practice, you can always use your blocks, and that's going to help you just to relax a little bit more and focus on elongation of the spine. For super advanced practitioners, if you need it and you want to go a little bit farther, you can put your block even farther, and that means you're going to be working harder to reach down and to fold forward. So whatever you need, blocks can make it easier, blocks can make it harder. And let's fold for the breath or two, and let's slowly unwrap our body on the floor. Whenever you're ready, guys, reach those arms behind, all the way, fingertips away from the toes. And slowly, when you're ready, draw your right knee towards the chin, chest or belly. Press the quadricep towards the belly. And if you feel like you want to lift your shoulders off the floor and you have no injuries, then chin towards the knee. And we just give it a breath or two. And release, shoulders back on the floor. Take our arms on the side. Take your right leg, the one you had your knee, and sweep your right all the way over the left. Then continue to sweep and take it all the way back to the back. Now let's reverse it. Sweep it outside. You don't have to go for the big circle. Then over the left and back. Let's do a couple more times. Over the left leg, sweep, continue to big circle and up. And the last one on this side, outside sweep, over the left and back up. This time we're gonna grab the whole extended leg and reach up. If you feel like you can lift that left off the ground, do it. If it's too much on your back, then just leave it on the floor. Pull your forehead towards the leg, towards the shin. Give it a breath or two, and then release, body back on the floor. Grab your right foot and continue to press your right knee, guys, towards the floor. Now it might not go all the way, or you might need to have your strap in some cases and just do it that way, and that's totally fine. This is not the yoga strap I have, but it's a good one to use for this reason. And for those who has really flexible hips, you can take your foot and sneak it underneath the elbow. That's also a good one, but don't stress about it if you're not there yet. You will be, just as we practicing, and just a press or two. Enjoy what your body can give you, guys. Body is healthy, life, and maybe not at place where we want it to be, right? But that's okay. It's still alive and unique, and no one else can walk in our shoes ever. And all we can do, we can improve and start to change something, but without regrets. Let's take it back all the way and extend those legs, arms and legs all the way away. By contemplating what it used to be, it's never gonna get better. So all we can do is move forward. Let's go ahead and draw the left knee, left quadricep rather, the front of your leg, right? Muscle runs from the knee to the groin area. Bring and press it. Maybe some of you will decide to bring the shoulders and chin to the knee. If not, don't stress about it. Just a press or two. And then slowly release, shoulders back on the floor. We're gonna take the arms on the side. Point this left leg, guys, all the way. We're gonna start sweeping outside and right above the right. All the way sweep, small or big, doesn't matter. Continue to sweep all the way and take it back up, and then reverse, sweep all the way back, on top, and again. And one more time to each side. I can hear some hip cracks. I might do the same. And actually I want to share with you, once I start to double up, guys, on the turmeric, those hip cracks and knee cracks stops almost immediately. Let's do one more, almost like literally in a couple days. And from here, guys, we're gonna grab the whole leg, and maybe you will decide to reach the right all the way above the floor. If you need to bend this left knee, you can, but try maybe to use the strap instead and put the right leg on the floor if needed. Your lower back, guys, must be grounded. There is no place for your lower back right now. Let's go ahead and place it and grab your left foot and press right on top. Literally like a happy baby pose, but a half variation of it. Or like we do our seated bow and arrow pose, but we are on the supine position, very safe. So just gently press, and if you feel more flexibility today in that hip, then draw this knee deeper and sneak this foot underneath the elbows. Relax your head and just let it be there for a few extra breaths. We need to give a new asana a few extra breaths, so body get accustomed to the new form. So don't rush through those stages, guys, don't rush. And let's go ahead and undo this. Take your paws feet close to the hips, put your arms on the floor and lift hips off the ground, just like this. For the simple Siddha bridge, it doesn't have to be high. If you feel like you feel to go on your tippy toes, challenge a little bit your lower body, you can do that. If not, just stay where you are. And now expand the belly, contract the belly, give it a good quality breath. In and out, feeling the body life. Let's bring the hips back on the floor. And beginners, if you just joined in my channel or you just started to practice in yoga, you can keep your feet just as is, just above the hips, and we call it a waterfall pose. You can also progress, guys, towards the knees, towards the forehead. You can go to the full halasana for those who are ready, and sometimes it would be beneficial to put the blocks underneath your toes. In that way, you don't have to, especially if your feet don't touch the floor, you don't have to resist and constantly hold it. If you put the blocks underneath your feet, that's just gonna take the problem away of trying to reach the floor, and that would feel really, really, really good. So let's spend here for a few more breaths. Please make sure that you feel no weight on your neck. It's all on the shoulders. It ends up in the shoulders. And slowly unwrap your asana. Draw your both knees towards the belly. And again, let's take our arms on the side and just windshield our knees and feet to the side. Just a couple breaths. Right and left and right. Roll through the lower back. Try to feel it on the floor. And just one more on each side. And another one. And then, like, guys, let's take our time and make your transfer all the way to the seated position. Let's take our arms up and give our gentle half spinal twist. Look above the one shoulder and return back, reach all the way up and over the head, and give a gentle half spinal twist from the other side. Look inside and find the peace within. Come back to the center. Guys, let's reach all the way up, all the way. Big breath. And maybe you will close your eyes. If you not, that's okay. You can stay with the eyes open, but you will feel the difference if you close them. You just look inside the body. Find that connection, true mind, body, and the true self. Once we have that connection, we always know what's right, what's wrong for our body. We don't need more to argue or try to make ourselves to go work out, or resentment is going away. So just listen to yourself. Let's open our heart for more adventures, more passion, and more love. And flow through the rest of your day, guys, with a true unshakable peace inside. And as always, team, I am so proud of you. You did an excellent workout and you did great. And if you couldn't do everything, it's going to be better the next time. If you're new to my channel and you're shocked what we did today, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our daily workouts. And I will see you guys tomorrow.